not natural to assess a current or former president as a national security risk, but that's the position he's put us in by allowing the private negotiations over returning these documents to the government to become public by defying the grand jury subpoena. Let me turn to what our adversaries are doing right now, because we're focused on ourselves and on our ex-president. But here's Director Brennen is what Sue Gordon said our adversaries would be up to.
The other is how important it is that you understand that people will be coming after you. And they're pretty slick, and you don't even have to conspire with them in order for them to be able to work magic to try and get your information. So we had a president that had access to everything, who had, in my estimation, not a really complete understanding of what he was protecting and his engagements, who he works with. You know, the fact that he has foreign businesses, knowing that he would be in situations where he could be bumped by adversaries who would want the information he had. I mean, you just knew that. And all you had to do was apply the need to know that is applied to any officer at any level to say he just didn't have the need to know.
Director Brennen, the context there was how she knew before he left office that he needed to be cut off from our country's intelligence products. And that was a pretty carefully articulated answer. But what she lands on is that Trump, because of the fact that he has foreign businesses, knowing he would be in situations where he could be bumped by adversaries who would want the information, all you had to do was apply the need to know that's applied to any officer at any level and say he didn't have the need to know. Her argument was, he shouldn't have had anything, not just taken to Mar-a-Lago, but he shouldn't have had access to any of this information at all once he left the office.
Well, certainly not after he left the office. And that's why President Biden decided that he really had no need to know anything on the intelligence front or on the classified front after he left office. But it's clear that Donald Trump was always susceptible to flattery. And that's one of the things that foreign intelligence services do in terms of having individuals, as she pointed out, bumping up against him and trying to get into his good graces so that he would then talk and basically show off in terms of what he might know or what he might have, which really worries me in terms of what he might have already done with those documents. Did he show them to people down in Mar-a-Lago as a way to impress others? And that's why I think Sue is right to be very concerned about what might have happened over the last 19 or 20 months and what our foreign intelligence services now are doing to try to trace back what might have been the route that some of these documents or these very sensitive secrets took as they were brought out of the White House. Who else might have had access to them, who might have seen them, who reviewed them, and see whether or not they can then exploit some opportunities to try to understand exactly what our national security secrets are.
It's just a surreal conversation. Harry Litman and Director John Brennen, thank you so much for starting us off. Ashley Park will be back in a little bit. When we come back,